told you not to tell anyone.
You did not make that clear.
What are you up to these days, Tori Vega? After graduating from Hollywood Arts High School, what did you go on to do? We really miss all the shenanigans you got up to on Victorious. We miss watching you and Andre get into all sorts of trouble. We wonder what happened to Beck and Jade. Are they still together? We never get tired of rewatching the show, but there are some huge plot holes we missed the first time around. Nickelodeon's Victorious was one amazing show, but in its 4th season run, there are a lot of plot holes, mistakes, and inconsistencies. Keep watching for the most shocking plot holes from the hit series.
Yes! Yes! I so got this! Shut up!
Rex's big head. Oh, Rex. Rex was one of our favorite characters from Victorious, and he wasn't exactly human. Okay, he wasn't human at all. Rex was a puppet. Robbie Shapiro was such an awkward character in a lot of ways, and his artistic talent that landed him a spot at Hollywood Arts High School was ventriloquy. He was a puppet master, and Rex was his puppet. It was pretty hilarious the way Ronnie treated Rex like a real person. It was even better when all the other characters treated him like he was a part of the gang. But there's a big problem with Rex. In the pilot episode, Rex has a huge head, but in later episodes, his head is a lot smaller. What happened? Is the Rex we've come to know and love actually Rex 2.0? Is it the same puppet with a new head? Maybe the show's creators just hoped we wouldn't notice. We have to wonder what happened to the original Rex. We aren't sure why they felt the need to change him, and we definitely want an explanation. Drake and Josh. Sometimes shows exist within the same universe, and this is very common on Disney Channel and Nickelodeon shows. Characters will cross over with other series. Victorious was created by the same guy who invented Drake and Josh. Dan Schneider created what a lot of fans call Schneiderverse. But here's the thing, it's not exactly clear how Drake and Josh exist in the Victorious universe. There were several times that they discussed Drake and Josh as if it is a TV show.
That didn't happen to Tori and Trina.
No?
It happened on a TV show.
That would mean Victorious takes place in our world. But then there's Helen. Helen takes over as principal of Hollywood Arts High School. And she is playing the exact same character as she does on Drake and Josh. What does this mean? Is it an inconsistency between episodes? Maybe Drake and Josh is supposed to be a reality show in the Victorious universe. That would be super cool. Can you imagine Drake and Josh as reality stars? Or maybe Dan Schneider wants us to be confused. We just don't know what to think, but this plot hole has us scratching our heads. Tori Gets Stuck. Tori Gets Stuck was one of the wildest episodes of Victorious. Robbie is hospitalized because a toy car is stuck in his intestines. Jane has gone to extreme lengths to keep Tori from being in the play, including reading Tori's medical file. Tori agrees to have surgery and donate blood to Robbie. That's a huge plot hole in itself. It's not exactly clear why Tori needs to have a whole surgery just to donate blood, and why doesn't the hospital have Robbie's blood type in reserve? They say it's rare, but it's O negative, which isn't the most common blood type. In this episode, Tori also gets stuck at Nozu. She and Robbie need to cough up $22 before they can leave. She tweets that she is using the restaurant's computer. But why doesn't she use the computer or the restaurant's phone to contact someone? She could ask them to bring her the money. That seems like an easy fix to us. This episode left us with so many questions. Also, Jade basically tried to poison Tori by sending her flowers she's allergic to. That is pretty extreme. The other classes. Tori and the rest of the gang attend Hollywood Arts High School. It's a special arts high school for talented teenagers. They have all sorts of programs for artistic teenagers. There's music, drama, dancing, and ventriloquy. But there's a very important part of the high school that's missing. You might not have even noticed it. We certainly missed it the first time around. But if you go back and rewatch the series, pay attention to their classes.
Happy birthday!
They only ever seem to go to art classes. They even take multiple acting classes and other creative courses, but this is still a high school. Why aren't they taking math? Where are their English and history classes? There are plenty of real art schools in the United States, but the students still take normal classes like algebra and government. Doesn't it seem odd that they never study anything normal? That can't be a great way to prepare them for the real world. Also, we would have loved to see them in regular classes. Can you imagine Rex and Robbie taking literature? What about Kat trying to learn calculus? It would have been so funny. Toris Locker. One of the biggest mistakes in Victorious happened in Season 1, and honestly, we aren't sure how the set designers and directors missed it. In the Great Ping Pong Scam, Tori learns that there is a ping pong team, and she quickly finds out that they aren't a real team. But a flashback shows that 2 years before, Andre, Beck, Kat, Jade, and Robbie find a ping pong table. They really want to go to a fancy dinner at an expensive restaurant called Maestro's, so they devise a plan to form a team to get the $1,500 the school gives to the sports teams. Sikowitz agrees to sponsor them when they tell them that the principal could get fired if they don't get a big trophy. Then they go to dinner at Maestro's to buy a trophy. It's completely ridiculous and hilarious. And here's the thing. In the flashback, we can see Tori's signature, Make It Shine, on her locker in the background. But this supposedly happened 2 years before she got there. How is her locker there? Hey Victorious fans, do you love watching videos about all your favorite TV shows? Then you'll love the things. Click that big red subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss another video. If you're watching on your phone, make sure your notifications are turned on for YouTube. Terrible teacher. That last blooper leads us to our next plot hole. Oh, Sikowitz. He was such a strange character. He does a lot of weird things, like climbing in the window to his classroom and drinking from a coconut.
I'm gonna drink its milk.
The students like him, but he's honestly a terrible teacher, and that's the plot hole. How did such a prestigious school like Hollywood Arts allow such a terrible teacher to work there? His lessons are total nonsense. He teaches them things like improv is like a fine cheese, but not really. He always wants to be the center of attention. He helped the students scam the school out of $1,500. He allowed Jade to pour coffee on Tory in class. He throws a ball at his students to get their attention. That sort of behavior should make a teacher lose their license. It really makes no sense that this guy is an authority figure. Are you loving these plot holes and mistakes? Keep watching to find out which Victoria's photo left us dazed and confused. Trinas Admission. Poor Trina. She really gets a lot of flack over the course of the show. She gets made fun of a lot, and some of it is really mean. Remember the time Jade posted a video of Trina getting hurt online so everyone would laugh? We know Trina can be really spoiled and annoying, but her character goes through a lot. The whole premise for Tori getting into Hollywood Arts is that she takes Trina's place in a singing showcase. Trina can't sing at all. Her lack of talent is always gossiped about and made fun of, but somehow she still manages to get into Hollywood Arts. Okay, we know Mr. Sikowitz isn't quite in his right mind during her audition, but at some point pretty soon after, the school would figure out that she's not artistically inclined. She might have some other talents, but the show doesn't address them. It just focuses on how untalented she is. It's fine that she doesn't have artsy skills, but she certainly doesn't belong at an art school. Prom Problem. We understand that sometimes TV inconsistencies happen from episode to episode. It's hard to keep up with everything that characters say, especially when there are a lot of episodes. This sort of thing happens a lot on Victorious. One in particular happens in Season 2. Tori convinces the others to have a prom. And through the whole episode, the students swear they've never had a prom at Hollywood Arts, and they don't really want a normal prom dance. But when we went back and rewatched the pilot episode, we noticed something weird. Sikowitz tells Kat to tell the others to come back to the classroom. She runs out and tells Andre, Robbie, and the rest of the crew what Sikowitz wants. Rex responds,
"And you really wanted a date to the prom last year, but you didn't get one, did you?"
If they never had a prom, how does that make any sense? Maybe Rex was just being mean, even if it wasn't true, but it's definitely a strange thing to joke about. What happened to Kat? One time, Victorious made something major happen to a character, and then they never resolved the storyline. In Rex Dies, the main storyline was about Rex getting sucked into the turbo jet. Tori convinces a doctor at the hospital to treat Rex, even though he's just a puppet. Then she turns the heart monitor back on after the puppet flatlines. But while they were at the hospital, something happens to Kat. She goes to talk to the receptionist after Jade tells her to, but Kat's a little weird, and the receptionist thinks she belongs to the psychiatric ward. The doctor even says that they should call in a specialist after Kat scratches her nose with her feet. But the episode just ends with Kat locked away in a padded room. None of her friends go to find her, and the episode never explains what happened. They just left her there. It would have been nice and probably hilarious to see Kat's storyline get resolved. The smooch. This final plot hole actually happened years after Victorious ended. Avon Jogia, who played Beck,
transparent. I've got no secrets and neither does my locker.
Likes to post throwback pictures on his social media. Fans of Victorious loved these reminders from the show, but in 2017, he posted something weird. It's a picture where Beck is laying on Jade's lap and Tori is about to give him a smooch. This photo looks super intimate, but fans cannot figure out where this photo is from. Jade would never have just sat there while Tori made a move on Beck, and we also have no memory of this happening. There is a clip of a similar scene in the opening credits, but Tori definitely isn't close to Beck in it. Was this picture photoshopped? If so, someone did a great job. But why would Avon post it on his Instagram? Maybe this is something that happens behind the scenes, but that doesn't explain why it happened. It could be a scene that was cut from the final version, like a dream sequence. Either way, this weird photo definitely made Tori and Beck shippers happy. That's a wrap. What was your favorite Victorious moment? Let us know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. See you next time.